Is money ruining your relationship? We'll be right back with part 3 of the Reconnect series from Lunch Talk with the Carter. Are back, and so we are asking the question today: is money ruining your relationship? So if this is your first time looking at the show or listening to us on the podcast, my name is Starr Carter.
And I'm Michael Carter.
And we are Lunch Talk with the Carter. So we're about to kick off our part 3 of our Reconnect series. So if you have not looked at us in the past, we have the one that we did this past Friday, and also the one that we started the show off with on April the 2nd. So make sure that you guys go back in, and then you'll kind of get up to speed to what we're doing if this is your first time listening to us. All right, so today we got a few reasons under the money category that could be causing you a relationship issue. So Michael, do you want to give them the first reason?
Well, the first reason I would say is previous relationship debt. Okay, you know, like if you were married once or you was in a committed relationship once, and whatever you had prior to your new relationship, it's going to pretty much drag over into your new relationship. So, you know, you might want to take heed of that, you know, previous relationship debt.
That's true, because I was married one time before, you know, and after me and my ex separated, we had some common debt that, you know, I wound up just wanting to get out of it. So I just like bump that, I do it myself kind of thing, just to be done and over with. Yeah. So of course, when me and Michael got together, I still had that debt, you know. So of course I wasn't asking for any help, but yeah, I had that debt. So that does happen. That does happen.
Yes, it does.
And then some people have to start all over again, like if they had a house and you let one spouse keep the house or whatever.
Start back from scratch.
Yeah, start from scratch. So that's one thing that, you know, you want to keep in mind if you are, you know, going into a new relationship. Is that something that you can handle? Because that can cause the breakup. You know, our next reason, number 2, is one person draining the other in the relationship. Mm-hmm. So that does happen, you know, frivolous spending, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Just trying to be flashy. You know, just out there all flamboyant, you know.
Just doing it up, doing the town, you know. Mm-hmm. And you know, a lot of times we think that just because we pay the bills, which you're supposed to, you know, that everything else you can just blow. But no, you need to save. And
okay, number 3,
yeah.
Okay, living above your means. Mm-hmm. And I think that should be number 1, because I think that's pretty much half the issues when it comes to money problems in your relationship. Yeah. You know, you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, okay? Mm-hmm. You're out there living above your means, and you know, and that also is playing off number 2. Yeah. Okay. You know, the frivolous spending. Mm-hmm. You know, so 2 and 3 kind of go hand in hand. So, you know, just living above your means, you know, trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot. You know, the next door neighbor had to get a new car, so you had to get one too.
You got to do one too, but not just that, one better.
Oh yeah, you got to one up.
Yeah, one up. Yeah, you got to do one better. Yes,
knowing that you couldn't afford to pay that when you got it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, you don't ever know what the next person's income is or what kind of deal they got. But if you're trying to keep up with people, that's the quick way to the poorhouse, honey. You stay in your own lane.
Exactly.
Stay in your own money lane, because you know what you can afford and what you cannot afford, okay? Number 4, hiding addictive spending. That means, like, if you are, I know some of you ladies probably like, now, Starr, come on now. You done bought a pair of shoes and you done hid them in the old shoe box, hoping that he don't find out about those new pair of shoes, you know, that you done hid in some old boxes with some other shoes, or you done bought yourself a new dress or something like that and you done hid it in the back of the closet.
Yeah, that happens.
You know.
Do I got to check your closet?
No, you ain't got to check my closet.
Okay.
Not until I lose these 30 pounds anyway. Okay. I'm not buying any new clothes till I lose these 30 pounds. So you'll have to check mine. But anyway, but that's some things too, though. You can't hide your spending from your mate. Because if you got to hide it, then you know you shouldn't have been doing it in the first place. That's key number 1. Whatever you got to hide, that means you probably didn't need to be doing it anyway. So keep that in mind, that this could cause a problem, especially if your husband or your boyfriend or whatever is the sole moneymaker in the relationship, and he's trusting you to do what you're supposed to do as far as, you know, keeping up the house if you're a homemaker or whatever the case may be. You don't need to be spending, because it's money for the house at the end of the day. So if you're robbing him, you're really robbing yourself.
Basically, yeah. Because
you know what I'm saying?
Both incomes becomes one.
Yeah, so, it becomes one. So don't rob yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Thinking that you're trying to get over, you know, don't do that. Number 5.
Number 5 is, I like this one as well. Okay, creating unnecessary debt. What we mean by that is, you know, like credit cards, you know, those dreaded payday loans, you know,
stuff like that.
Yeah, different stuff like that.
You know, like with the credit cards, ladies, I'm always say ladies, because we are mostly the most spendings, and you know, we spend the most money in relationships. You know, most of the time it's the ladies. You know, it's some guys like that. You know, they might have a shoe fetish. They love they Jordans and they LeBrons.
The guy things are more like tools.
Yeah, they like more,
they like their little
toys.
toys.
They like that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Whereas women, we love our handbags and we love our shoes and stuff. So it's very easy if you go up into a department store and they like, okay, if you get this credit card today, we'll save you 30% off on your purchasing. You like, oh my goodness, okay. Or if you get the credit card today, you don't have to pay for 6 months.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Something like that. No interest for 6 months and stuff. So then you wind up getting in a credit card situation that you didn't need, because you came in the store with the cash, and now you done turned that cash transaction into a credit transaction so you can keep that cash. So you just done made yourself an unnecessary bill that you did not have when you walked into the store.
Exactly.
So now that's another another household bill.
Exactly.
Unless,
remember, it's both of your guys' income.
Yeah. Unless, both of your income. And you're probably gonna hide that new credit card from your hubby.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what we're talking about, you know, creating unnecessary debt. And another point that we didn't say, but it kind of goes back to the hiding the addictive spending and draining the other person, is when, you know, your mate gives you the money for bills and you take it and spend it on something else. So the only way they find out something gets cut off.
That right there, to me, that is what I call being totally irresponsible.
Oh my goodness.
When it comes to money.
And you know,
if you got the audacity to let your stuff get cut off just so you can go out here and buy something, I mean, where are your priorities?
I can't tell you. I told you guys, I work in a financial institution and I've done it over 10 years, and I promise you, this happens.
I know.
You probably know somebody that it doesn't happen to, but that's how common it is. It happens. I can't tell you how many. I hate to say it, but it's always the women. I have not had. It's usually the man that's calling up there because they done went to the house and the lights is cut off. They done went to the house and they done got a letter in the mail saying that the mortgage hadn't been paid in over 2 months or whatever. Or I mean, or the car's about to be repoed and stuff, and they giving them the money because they work hours where they can't pay these bills. So they expect lady to pay these bills. These bills got to be paid. And usually it's about to be taken or turned off or whatever.
And that's a terrible way to find out.
Wow,
that's a terrible way to find out.
You know that it's going to cause problems if you're doing that.
I would imagine so. On that one, I imagine so.
You know that's going to cause problems. I mean, there's no way of hiding it. You know, you can hide a pair of shoes or a new dress or something like that. You can hide some of that type of stuff, but you can't hide if you go in the house and you cut the light switch on and nothing happens.
Everything's dead. Yeah, exactly.
And the meat's spoiling in the refrigerator.
Exactly.
Know? So those are some of the reasons that could cause a ruin in the relationship. And like we said, we are doing this part 3 now of the Reconnect series. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring you a reason for the disconnect and then come back on Friday with a solution. So hope you guys are enjoying our Reconnect series. If this is your first time listening to us on the podcast, we are on iTunes, Google Play, and iHeartRadio. And we're also filming the show for our YouTube subscribers. And if you're not one, please make sure you subscribe and click on our notifications. That way you don't miss any of our shows. We still got a lot of more content to come with this Reconnect series, and it's been a lot of fun, and we've been enjoying a whole lot of feedback from everybody that's been tuning in to Lunch Talk with the Carters. So before we leave, you got anything else you want to say, babe?
No, just want to say, guys, we appreciate all your support. We love you. See you on part 3, right?
Part 4.
Part 4. I'm sorry.
Part 4 is Friday.
Part 4.
On the Reconnect Series. This is part 3. All right, guys.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you on Friday at noon for Lunch Talk with the Carters.
Peace.
Peace.